Willie B here at SEMA, talking KBS Coatings. A lot of stuff I use personally, man. I use everything from the sealer, the rust blast. I'm a big fan of it all, man, regardless of what you're gonna use. I know we were just talking about the cavity coater. One of the first things I did when I got my car, I bought a 6.6 Charger. Perfect application for all things KBS. It was a Washington State car, had a lot of moisture in every cavity possible, all right? And that stuff there is amazing. Cavity coater, I was able to get behind quarter panels, up in fenders, in the unibody frame part, and not worry about the rust that was already up in there, because I knew that stuff would attack it, seal it, and I could just walk away and forget about it. Another one of those great products I use, for example, the rust blast. I got a bunch of that from you guys, put it in a 5-gallon bucket. I took my entire pedal assembly, clutch, brakes, gas. And nobody would tear that apart, right? Too many bushings, rod connections, and stuff. So I was able just to soak it for about 4 hours in a 5-gallon bucket of the rust blast. And you talk about incredible. If you would have just taken all that apart and sandblasted each component to get it as clean as the rust blast would do, you would have been days, hours, it's been a mess everywhere. This time I was able to just let it soak, walk away, and do something else with my time, and let the rust blast get after all that rust, corrosion, and so forth. And you know, as far as some other things, I use the rust seal. Another great thing to throw on your frame. I got it. It's a unibody, so there's all kinds of parts and frames you can't get to, you can't take off. So when I was putting down, notice, you know, on the inside of my quarter panels, when I got the quarter panel off, I'm doing a wide body kit. So when I got the quarter panel off, every place that I know is going to be attacked by moisture from driving, because I'm putting on a driving car, I hit with that stuff. It's one of those things where you get insurance, right? It's like we all get Haggerty and Packer insurance for our cars after they're done. This is the insurance when you're building the car. To me, it's more valuable than the Haggerty policy plan that you get and you send a check to each year, you know? Yeah, the only thing I'd say about this, the product is so simple to use, you forget to use one thing, and that's gloves. Yeah, it really does work so easy, so simple. There's not a lot of steps involved. You follow directions, you get the kits that are already pre-done. So, you know, you kind of have everything you need in a little compact kit that says step by step by step what you need to do. And to me, that was the best part, because I didn't have to second guess. I didn't say, hey, if I'm doing this frame or if I'm doing this, how much do I need? You guys kind of have that figured out for us. We've gone through all the H&R, the headache, to do that. We just got the kit, we put it on the car. The only thing I wish I would have done is wore gloves, because I had black on my fingers and my hands for about 3.5, 4 weeks. And you could calm it, Scotch-Brite it, it doesn't come off. The durability test here is the best, because you know, at SEMA, you get bombarded with different booths, different products, and so forth. But there's not really a product that allows you to test it, like coating a couple pieces of pipe and letting a man just bang at it as hard as you can. You could do a new powder coated pipe and do that same, and it will spider web, cobweb, chip off, and so forth. This is a real test here, man. Not just that. See, there you go. That's proof right there. That's all you need to know on how tough this product really is. All right, so when I was talking about a Charger, and I would recommend this for anybody that has an old muscle car. The tank sealer kit is a must, because if you have a car, especially if it sits, that gas is sitting in the tank, what happens is it evaporates and all that moisture gets on top of the tank. A lot of times the bottom of the tank will stay somewhat protected because it's got moisture in it, it's got a whole pool of gas or fluid. Now when that goes bad, it's a different story. But if you look at the top of the tank, where it all goes to vapor, it starts oxidizing, corroding, that's where you're going to find a lot of the rust. And then as time, that bottom layer will rust out as well. What I found with tank seal, you look down with a flashlight in an old gas tank, you'll see some of that particulates that start that corrosion happen in the metal. You throw some of this stuff in here, literally, I don't need to show you. This right here should tell you all you need to know. Put some of this in there, it's not gonna flake off. This I could peel off and get underneath my nail, I just did, right? It's not gonna happen with this stuff. I would recommend anybody, whether it's a gas tank, a motorcycle tank, something you wanna protect from those vapors, those harmful fumes, to use tank sealer, man, it's fantastic. I will tell you this, I have a lot of friends in the business, a lot of friends in the industry. There is nothing that I recommend more than KBS. Whether it's coating, whether it's protection, whether it's rust prevention or rust removal, this is it.